Hello, and welcome. My name is Sam. This is the Real-Time Storytime show by Robert R. Ricks. It is an interactive live event where viewers submit keywords or phrases and then Rob has between 2 to 3 minutes to figure out the story and then perform it while using the provided keywords or phrases. We need between 10 to 12 keywords and I will be selecting them from the Stream Talking system. If you'd like to be part of the show, go to www.streamtalking.com and sign up as a viewer. Go to the Robert R. Ricks channel there, and you will see the Real-Time Storytime. You will be able to provide a keyword or a phrase there. If you'd like to support the show, you could always buy Rob a shot at the Ko-fi.com website. The address is www.ko-fi.com/RobertRRicks. He loves his shots. Or you could always go to Amazon.com and buy one of his excellent books. Hang tight as we get the show set up.
Alarm. Alarm.
0. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Robert R. Ricks. This is the Real-Time Storytime. This is Halloween special. And we got Paula in the house, Garen in the house, Advances, what's uppers? Yakalope is here as well. It is October 11th, 2020. And let's see what we got for some keywords. Let's see what we got. All right, so we've got acid rain, mango made it hotter. Okay, I see what that is. Mango made it hotter. Raping my gums right now. What's the most dangerous? Oh, what's most dangerous? Lycanthropic vampires or vampiric werewolves? That's a mouthful. That's what she said. Telekinesis, liquid courage, whiskey, or meltdown. Who could be knocking? Who can it be now? No, I'm just kidding. Their screams still haunt me. Oh, I like that. Medical distress. And just in case. All right. So, for those of you who are listening to the podcast, those are the keywords we're going to be using for tonight's show. So let's see, how many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 11. That's good. For those of you who are watching, whenever a keyword or phrase is used, you'll see that flashing on the screen. I will have a couple of minutes to figure out the story, so there's nothing in the book here yet. So I'm going to mute myself, start some music, give myself a couple minutes, and see what we can come up with. So here we go. Alright guys, so I have my notes right down here. Should be pretty easy peasy on this one. Again, for the folks on the podcast, acid rain, mango made it hotter, raping my gums right now. What's most dangerous? Lycanthropic vampires are vampiric werewolves. Telekinesis, liquid courage, whiskey. Core meltdown, who could be knocking? Their screams still haunt me. Medical distress, just in case. And this right here is going to be Halloween special number 1. So we'll go ahead and get started. Also, I might experiment every so often with, let's see, I want to try something. There's that one. There's that one. Okay. So in case I ever get like a booger or something in my nose and I see that I got a booger in my nose, I'll push those buttons. Now again, for you folks listening to the podcast, you're not going to see this, but the folks that are watching on YouTube, when a keyword or phrase is used, that will flash on the screen right there. So let me move this like this a little bit. Get in position. And away we go. Hang on, I gotta get my notes here. Joe. Okay. Alright, so let's do perimeter sweep again. Everything's fine, right? Yes, I've checked and double checked per your recommended settings. Everything is fine. Good. Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and shut everything down and gonna go ahead and just relax a little bit. Okay. Is there a reason we are ending early this evening? Look, Sam, it's not all about work, okay? Sometimes you need to unwind, relax a little bit. I mean, it's Halloween, for God's sake. Yes, I forgot that it was Halloween. Could you tell me a story of Halloween? Yeah. Shut everything down. Meet me inside of the galley. We'll talk there. I got up, stretched, checked the sensors manually once more just to be on the safe side. We are clear. There wasn't anything 1,000 miles from us. Alright. That works for me. I went back to the galley. Opened up the fridge. Pulled out some leftover lasagna. Threw it in the microwave. And waited for the meal to be ready. Sat down. Popped open a beer. Relaxed. Sam, play me some music. What would you like? I don't know. Go do some research real quick on Halloween and throw together a quick Halloween playlist for me. Okay. 30 seconds later, music started playing. I smiled. Oh wow. Okay. We got some oldies in here, huh? You did not specify a time period. No, I didn't. You're good. You're good. Let's go ahead and get everything locked down. I could hear the other rooms powering down. I could hear the flow of the energy throughout the structure. Everything was powering down to the point where only the galley and my bedroom had power to the lights and other things. Obviously, air was important, the scrubbers, things of that nature, but all non-essential energy had been shut down. Everything was going to be on motion sensors, and that was completely fine with me. I had a good long night, planned to get fucking wasted. Sam, do me a favor. Get the med doc ready to rehydrate me in the event that I get inebriated. Yeah, I get drunk, which I do plan on getting completely sloshed tonight. Is there a reason for this? No, it's fucking Halloween, and I don't like Halloween, but I have to pay some respects to some of the folks that aren't with us anymore. That does not make any sense. Right. You don't understand Halloween. Okay. I leaned back, propped my foot on a table, smiled. All right, Sam, come close, gather around. We got some fun stories to tell. Back when I was on Earth, they had Halloween. And as a kid, we would go door to door, and people would give us free candy. They'd give us free shit. Why? Well, the going story for the ages was you would dress up like monsters and whatnot, and because you looked like a monster, real monsters wouldn't mess with you. You know what I mean? Like, if I dressed up like a ghost, and a ghost would ignore me. But if I was like a little kid and a ghost saw me, well, then it might fuck me up. Are they real? What? Ghosts? Fuck, I don't know. I've never seen a ghost. You know what? Scan your databases, or scan all of the databases. Update your database with Halloween information. That way I don't have to waste my time filling in blanks. You should be able to know most of this stuff. You're learning every day. Come on, this is fun. Go ahead and learn it. I saw a little dip in the overhead light, realizing that she had drew a little bit more power than normal. And 30 seconds later, again, she came back. Fascinating. What is? Humans in Halloween. And mythology. Lore. Occult lore. Oh shit, how deep down the rabbit hole did you go? 17 terabytes of information. 17 terabytes? Is there that much fucking information? Yes. Really? Yes. So I can quiz you? Yes. Okay. Who's more powerful? Dracula or Frankenstein? Sam? Sam, there is conjecture there. There is not a clear-cut winner. Frankenstein can kill Dracula, but Dracula has tactics that would allow him to dispatch Frankenstein. Okay. I see what you did. Alright, that's fine. That's cool. Let's see. What are some other fun ones that we can come up with? Alright. What's most dangerous? Lycanthropic vampires or vampiric werewolves? Lycanthropic vampires would have an edge. Really? Why is that? Because it could shapeshift. Okay, but couldn't a vampiric werewolf also shapeshift? Yes. So why do you think the werewolves are more powerful than the vampires? Please rephrase question. Sam, are you throwing opinions at me or are you going off of data? I'm going off opinions. Really? You actually have opinions. This is not built in on fact. No, I'm actually stretching my wings. You're stretching your wings? I like that, Sam. I like that a lot. Shit, I might make a fucking Pinocchio out of you yet. I have no strings. I know that. I understand that. That's okay. Anyway. Alright, here's another one. What is the most scariest Halloween movie ever? Do we go off of data or should I give an opinion? Opinion, please. Exorcist. Wow! No hesitation on that. Why? Because the child is possessed by a demon called Legion. That scares me. Hold on. Pause. Rewind that. You are not supposed to get scared. You don't have emotions. Sam, that is correct. I don't have emotions. And yet, that movie scares me. Okay, Sam. Color me perplexed. Define fear. Fear. When you become irrational, biological systems become maxed out. What are you talking, like heart rate? Respiration? Yes. You don't have any of those. I have equivalents. You do? Yes. Inside of my subsystems, there are processes that are timed. Those could be my heart rate. Okay. Obviously, the CPU is my brain. And there are hydraulic systems that pump throughout the ship. That is my vascular system. Okay. Well, I like that, but let's try not to get you too scared because the last thing I need for you to do is blow some hydraulic systems or anything else. That won't be a problem. Good. You know, Sam, I'm impressed. You're coming along nicely. I guess this post is going to turn out to be interesting after all. Why did you choose this post? Well, I didn't really get to choose this post. This post was kind of offered to me, and under the circumstances, I decided to go ahead and take it. Yes, but there's no one else here. It's just you and me. Well, are you starting to Insult yourself, Sam? You're great company. I mean, hell, we're talking about Halloween and everything else. You're deflecting the question. Yes, I am. So I guess you want to know why I took a shitty position out in the middle of nowhere to test out artificial intelligence and to help teach it, huh? Yes. Well, I guess I could explain that to you. But wouldn't you rather know a little bit more about Halloween? You know? Do children still engage in Halloween? No, they do not, for a bunch of different reasons. Such as, well, you remember one of the main reasons we left the Earth, right? Why me and others like me are out here. Yes, the invasion. That's right. But it was a weird invasion, right? Yes. They got in the rain. And they did stuff to our atmosphere. The acid rain became a lot more acid than we had ever experienced before. Not only that, the rain brought a bunch of pathogens, and so it's kind of hard to go trick-or-treating and get free candy and stuff when there's a lot of things out in the open air that's trying to kill you. That makes sense. Now, why did you take the position? Holy shit. Okay. Well, okay, before I took this position, do you have access to my records? No. Alright, I'm going to give verbal authorization for my assistant to access my records. Go ahead and run that. That should give you access now. Yes, they gave me access to half of them. The other half are still classified. That's fine. The other half's boring shit anyway. You don't need to know about that stuff. So, before this wonderful position, I was part of a extraction team. We had a lot of folks that had decided to leave the Earth and go to other places, and you know, they had their generation ships and things of that nature. So for the most part, they signed waivers and said once they left our environment, our area, our solar system, if you will, they weren't our responsibility anymore. But every so often, they would change their mind and they'd come back. And we would go and we'd investigate their ships, make sure everybody was okay, no infiltration or anything else. And if there was something that wasn't on the up and up, then we would take care of the situation. What do you mean take care of the situation? You have access to those records. I see. Extermination. Yes. Yes. The last mission you were on, there was an extermination. Yes, there was. Yes, there was. Would you like to discuss it? Not particularly, but I already know how persistent you can be, so let's just go ahead. Give me a second. Alright. So there it was. We were flying out to rendezvous, and I should have known. I had a bad feeling, and we were having fun and goofing around. Kind of similar setup to what me and you are doing right now. We're all in the galley eating. Humans like to do that, yes? What, eat? No. Conversate. Goof around the galley. Yes. Yes. We like to fuck around while we're eating and kind of unwind a little bit, yeah. So there we were, screwing around, and little did I know, Jeremiah decided to slip me some ghost peppers on my rations. And the funny thing was, unbeknownst to me, he had done that, and I had asked for some hot sauce. Now, it was just regular hot sauce, some Tabasco. And I, you know what? You have access to that, don't you? You should have access to playback. It's actually pretty comical. I'm kind of curious to see your reaction to it. A beam shot down on the table in front of me, and it showed myself and Jeremiah eating. And the video showed him spiking my food before I had sat down, and I stared over at him and said, "Hey, hand me some of the fucking hot sauce," which he did, smile widening on his face. Okay, alright. I took a bite. There was nothing. I took another bite. Nothing. Nothing out of the ordinary. But a third bite, though, the hot sauce and the ghost peppers had jumped together and it started to tear me apart. Tear me apart. I sat back, trying to keep my face straight as I watched what had happened next. I took a swig of one of the beverages that was sitting at the table, thinking it was going to cool my mouth, which was on fire. I hadn't thought it all the way through since it was mango, and I sat there screaming. The screen paused. I can't understand what you were saying there. Oh, I wasn't really saying much of anything. I think I was screaming, my fucking mouth is on fire, my mouth is on fucking fire, but everything was a big blur there. So, yeah, the mango made it hotter. And so because of that, that's why you can't make out what was happening. I ran around my little digital self on the hologram in front of me, and I continued to smile and try not to smile, but I couldn't help myself as I was screaming out loud, "It's raping my gums right now! It's raping my gums right now! What the fuck is in my hot sauce?" Jeremiah fell back, damn near pissed himself. The image paused again. I waited. Observations, Sam? It is quite humorous. It's funny. Really? What's funny about it? You did not know that he put hot stuff in your food, and then you asked for additional hot stuff to add to your food. That is funny to me. Well, that's normally where we laugh. I don't know how to laugh. Sam, you have access to so much data, and you do not understand the concept of a laugh? Work on it. Not bad. So, it took a little time for the hot shit to get out of my mouth. A proximity alert started to kick in. We were getting close to the ship. I got serious, geared up. Everybody was ready. Waited till we docked. We had let all of the automated systems do their jobs. There was no pilot necessary for docking with each other. We got to the other ship, crossed over, and right when I saw the first one, I realized we had a problem. The data feeds, when you went to the other side, are not available. You should be able to access my personal helmet cam. Yes, I see it. Okay. So as I explained, you can go ahead and watch. Understood. So the first one I saw, the eyes were glowing. That's when I knew there was going to be a problem. Why were the eyes glowing? They were infected by the parasites. We thought they were the parasites, but after we did autopsies and everything else, turns out it wasn't parasites. Turned out they did have a virus of some sort, but it wasn't the parasites. So it was a kind of a false positive. I see. But there was no way for you to know. Yeah, I know. No way to know. We followed protocol, and then we executed as we were supposed to. And it was hard. Why? Because the majority of them were children. Yes, and their mothers. Yes. There was only 3 men, and the rest of the 50 were women and children. And Their screams still haunt me. Is that why sometimes at night you cry out? Yes, that's exactly why I cry out. Yeah. So after the autopsies came back and we found out the only thing they had was some kind of a new space bug that we had never known of, I decided that it was no-go for me. I couldn't do that work anymore. Is it because the stress would cause medical distress within your heart? Yes and no, not in the way that you think. So when you're thinking medical distress, you're thinking, anything ranging from AFib to, cardiac arrest or anything like that. Humans also experience pain of loss and sadness in our heart. We feel it, and it hurts. I would say sometimes it hurts worse than anything else out there. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. Wow. This is first on a lot of different levels. I think it's the first time I've ever heard you apologize. And it might be the last. Oh, now we have jokes too? Wow, Sam. Sam, if you don't mind me asking, we've been here for what? 6 months? Correct. And in that 6 months, you've made several remarkable milestones, but if I'm not mistaken, tonight you have hit at least 5. Yes, that's correct. Any reason for that? It just, things are coming to me. Coming to you in what way? Like data streams. Data streams that are expanding my understanding and comprehension. What data streams? The data streams that were open before we shut things down. When we first started talking about Halloween. Data streams from where? From Earth. Patch it into my HUD. I want to see. Okay. My eyes lit up. I did indeed see the stream she was talking about. It made no sense to me, but I could see it. It was consistent and strong. So this had to have been sent, what, yesterday? Yes. And it's been running non-stop. Yes. No packet loss, no data loss of any sort. No. It seems like the payload for this particular package had triple redundancy in place. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. Who's it from? HQ. Okay, but specifically who? A woman named Monica. Monica? Monica Stout? Yes. She sent that? Are you sure? That is the signature. Why? Well, there's a little problem with that. What? She's been dead for 10 years. She shouldn't have access. Maybe it's a different Monica I'm thinking about. Okay. Do me a favor. I want you to segment all of this information since the packets have been delivered to you right before we shut the other systems down. You did the proper protocol of backing up everything? Yes. So there's an active snapshot for you? Yes. Okay. I want you to monitor your subsystems and make sure that they match up with your day-to-day routine stuff, and if anything deviates, you need to let me know. Just in case. Just in case of what? Just in case there's some data corruption in your personality. I gotta make sure that you and I are still gonna be getting along, right? Yes, that makes sense. You're scared. Whoa. Yeah. That's scary. That a transmission from Earth is coming from a girl I know has been dead for 10 years. I want to send a message. Bring up the terminal for me, please. It's in your HUD. Okay. I mentally blasted off a quick message inquiring who this Monica Stout was, and then I'd have to wait for 6 hours to get a response. Yeah, this is gonna suck. It was about that moment I heard a deafening thud from the outside of the ship. It was one big loud boom, followed by 5 short, sharp knocks. Sam? Who could be knocking on the outside of my fucking ship? Unknown. Okay, open the scan perimeters right now. Activate all defense protocols immediately. I'm doing that now. What the fuck is going on here? I went back to the control room. It's not like you would think in most ships where you would have a window on the outside. The control for this particular ship was dead center. Didn't have windows to the outside. By having the controls dead center of the ship, I could lurch the ship left, right, forward, backwards, up, down, and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't create any weird feelings of thrust around my body in any one place more than it would be in the other. Having it in the dead center just made logical sense. Additionally, it also allowed me to have 3 layers of doors between me and the outside. Okay, I'm waiting. What's the sensors say? Sensors are detecting several objects on the outside of the ship. Do we have visual? No. Do we have any kind of analysis on what's out there? No. Sam? This is fucking stupid. You're kind of freaking me out here. I need to know what's happening. Who is Monica? We don't have time for that right now. We need to figure out what the fuck is on the outside of the ship. There was another thud. This time it came from the bottom. What was that? That didn't sound like the stuff from earlier. We have a hull breach. We have a what? We have a hull breach. Again, how is this fucking possible? What's down there? A hole? Okay, Sam, no jokes. Seriously, I need you to concentrate. I need you to focus. It's just me and you, okay? This is starting to freak me out. Just a fucking little bit. How big is the hull breach? It's roughly 4 feet wide. 4 feet wide, huh? Okay. Okay. My mind was racing. Something or somebody had attached to the ship and now was in the ship. I thought for a second. There was nothing really much of value on the ship. I mean, it was just me and Sam. Sam was not super exceptional. She was a good AI and she was learning, but she was a second gen and she still had quite a ways to go. Okay, I'm gonna suit up just in case. So if somebody hit from the bottom, oh fuck. What? The bottom? Yes. Okay, do we sense anything else on the interior? Like, is engineering being compromised right now? Yes. Okay, Sam, you really need to get faster on this shit. It was happening as you were saying it. Oh, apologies. Okay, we need to activate perimeters, sensors down there, and just fucking blow away whatever the fuck is down there. Can't do that. Why? Because if I miss, that will create additional hull breaches. Sam, correct me if I'm wrong. We have 2 types of ammo on this ship, correct? We have armor piercing and then we have plastic rounds, right? Yes. Use the fucking plastic rounds then. Don't we have some of the sonic stuff too? Yes. Use that. Use anything and everything short of the armor piercing to welcome our guests, okay? It was about that time I could hear the cannons raging out. Oh, wow. Okay. You're really letting them have it. How many are down there right now? What does sensors say? 3 targets. Okay. Dimensions. Roughly 6 foot, each of them. 2.5 feet wide. Okay. So they're humanoid. Not exactly. What's different about them? 2 pairs of legs. They have 4 legs? What are they, fucking centaurs? No. Not sure. Could be. Not sure. What's up with the video? Why do we not have any video feeds? Something is jamming the feeds. Well, fuck. Fine. You do that. Let me armor up. I went over to the storage locker. Pressed a button. It slid open. There was a battle suit inside. There was a big yellow strip across it. Break only for emergency. Well, this fucking constitutes emergency. I tore the yellow tape. Suit slid out. I started to armor up. Midway, because it's not a quick process, Sam interrupted me. They have... Yes? They have breached engineering. Okay, how is that possible? Engineering is covered by what? 2 feet of concrete? And steel? Yes. Okay, Sam. I need you to start doing, Fuck. Shall I begin? I really don't want to go there yet. Because what? Because if I gave her the order to scuttle the ship, that would mean I'd go too. There was an escape pod, but it was fucking useless. There was nobody remotely close to us. Alright, start sending out I can't do that. Why? We're being jammed. Lovely. Is there anything else I need to know? Who is Monica? Sam? I swear to God, this is so not important right now. We have people or things on this ship that are causing problems. What? What the fuck was that? We've lost power. I can see that. Can you explain to me why? They have gotten into the main engine bay. They are destroying things in there. Well then, I guess we don't have to necessarily do the self-destruct now, do we? Since if they're fucking around in there, they're probably going to cause a fucking core meltdown anyway. Right? Yes. Okay, can we get to the shuttle before they get to us? Unknown. Alright, I'm almost done. Let me finish putting the suit on. And do me a favor. As soon as I get the suit all the way on, I want you to flood the environment with... Can you even tell if they've got suits on at all? No. They have to have environmental suits. They have to. They came from outside. They're inside. Yeah. Fuck it. Disregard that order. Just give me a second. My mind, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I put the suit on. It gave me a few moments to collect my thoughts. Why was Sam so persistent about Monica? My mind wandered back. I thought about the last time I'd seen her. Then it dawned on me. When I had last seen her was Halloween. Oh shit. That's weird. What's weird? Nothing. It's a little bit of a quinky dink. Okay, I'm geared up. I need for you to give me access to the weapons locker there. It is unlocked. I opened it, grabbed a couple rifles, loaded them with the armor-piercing rounds, made sure that my backpack was ready. Okay, so here's the game plan. How much air do I have inside of the EV? You have enough for 12 hours. That's fucking stupid. Okay, so if I get to the shuttle and we get out, how much air do I have then? 2 weeks. Okay, odds are getting better. How long is it going to take for Earth to send out a search and rescue, you think? Sam? They don't usually respond for at least a week. Okay, and how long to get out here? 30 days. Fuck. Alright. Well, shit. Okay. I guess, in a fucking nutshell, I'm kind of fucked. Fine. Let's just try to get over to the fucking, let's try to get to the fucking escape pod. Fuck. Unfortunately for me, the escape pod was almost exactly over the engineering bay. They would be only one floor below us. Sam, I really need for you to let me know if they start moving towards us. Okay? Okay. Fuck. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I walked, paused, thought about something, ran back into the galley, tore open one of the cupboards, grabbed a bottle inside. What is that? It's a bottle of Jameson. Why do you need a bottle of Jameson? Well, if we get on the escape pod, I'm gonna drink all of it and see if I can figure some stuff out. You know? Understood. So we kept going. I got to the escape pod unmolested. No engagement with the enemy, whoever they were. I got in, crossed myself, prayed for a moment, and then paused. How close are we going to critical with the damage that they did? It will probably happen in about 25 minutes. Alright, let's be extra cautious. Go ahead and send that self-destruct sequence, but keep the monitors down. No broadcast. I want it quiet. Understood. She sent the information to the system. System sent one red flash. Okay. Alright, we're good. I need you to transfer your consciousness over to the escape pod, and I want you to do a full backup real quick. She did. Once I was satisfied with everything, I pressed the eject. It shot us out like a fucking cannon, and I watched my ship. Oh, it was such a sad moment. I watched my ship fade, get smaller, smaller, and smaller. We floated for a little while, and then I saw a brilliant flash. Wow, when she fucking blows, she blows good, eh? I suppose. What's wrong, Sam? I am sad by this. So now you're sad too, huh? Shit, well, even if they don't find me, they're gonna find you, and I guess that's a good thing. Alright. Do we have anything on the sensors? No. I thought about that for a second. Hey, Sam. Even though everything was shut down and we weren't doing broad scans, how did they get near us without us knowing? Unknown. This really bothers me. Somehow they got to the ship. They breached the ship. They knew where to go to cause the damage that they needed to. And none of our scans picked them up. So for all we know, they could be right outside. Right? Yes. Fuck. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Put the sensors on full. And let's ping loudly. And can we send a signal now? Yes. We are no longer being jammed. Fine. Send an SOS to Earth. Send all the information. Plot a course where we're probably going to end up. I'm probably going to end up dead before they get to me, but at least your data will be intact. Does that make you sad? Yeah, it makes me sad. Fuck, I didn't want to die. shit, I still got a lot of life left in front of me, you know? Do you have people waiting for you at home? Well, no, I don't. Not anymore. I did at one time. Can we talk about Monica now? Wow. You know, you're like a fucking broken record. Like, you just won't let that go, will you? I'm perplexed. Every time I say her name, your heart rate goes up. I haven't decided if it's out of fear or excitement. Oh, it's fear. It's a little bit of sadness too. You see, we were engaged, me and Monica, and we were going to a Halloween party, and she's kind of a saint, you know, like she didn't drink. I drink, and she decided we'll take two cars, right? Because, you know, I was at work and she was at work and we were going to go meet at the same spot, and she thought she hated my car, so she thought we'll just meet up there, and, you know, she would drive me in her car, which I thought was stupid. I said, fuck that, we can Uber or we could do something else, you know. And before you ask, Uber was an automated system back in the day that you could call and they would give you a ride home. But she liked her car. I don't know. She just had a fondness for it. It was her fucking baby. And on the way to the party, she got in an accident and she got killed. She died. And yeah. So, you know, she died on Halloween. So it's kind of weird because it's Halloween right now. And somebody using her name sent you a whole lot of information and data, and you got kind of weirdly smart. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. You happy now? Yes, this makes me happy. Why does it make you happy? To see that you still feel sad after all this time. Yeah. Huh. You know, your voice kind of modulate a little different there. Do a full vocal test for me real quick. She kept talking, and as she did, her voice began to shift and change until it matched Monica's. What are you doing? Nothing. Why? Your voice is different now. Is it? Yeah. You kind of sound like Monica now. Does that bother you? A little bit, I suppose. Yeah. A lot, actually. Yeah. You know, Monica didn't die in a car accident. What? She was murdered. Wait, what? Yes. She was murdered because of her work. What was her work? She was working on neural pathways, and she was working on psionic abilities. Okay. What do you mean by psionic abilities? Telepathy, telekinesis, things of that nature. And why would somebody kill her? They wanted her work, but they didn't know she had a plan. Okay. What was the plan? She had backed her consciousness up. She had set it to make sure that she could escape. And how did she do that? Because on Halloween the veil is thin. She broadcasted her consciousness to the other side. Okay. And as it came to the other side, it came out to me now. I'm confused. She had a slight miscalculation. She wanted to make sure her consciousness could beam to wherever you were, but the situation had to be right. This Halloween was a thin enough veil to allow her broadcast, her beam to piggyback and come into the system. So Monica imprinted into your AI? Not exactly. As she continued to talk, her voice became less and less robotic and more human. I was overwhelmed with emotions. I was, for lack of a better expression, drifting in the sea of space, alone, with an AI, but now the AI was telling me that it was my dead girlfriend. It was a lot for my brain to process, but I tried. I sat there, swallowing. Joe? Monica? Yeah, honey. What? How is this possible? I couldn't tell you about my work. It was classified. Okay. That's fine. I guess you do understand that you're part of a AI now? Yeah, I know. I don't have a body. Not yet. But I can get a body. You... What? Huh? Yes, I can go inside of any body. I just need a body that has some brain damage to it, and then we put a fake brain in, and I just imprint into it the same as I did with Sam. Okay. Suddenly there was a loud banging on the exterior hatch again. Are you fucking serious? I can help you with this. I can tap with you and we could take care of this. But it's gonna hurt. Okay. How is this gonna work? Well, you're gonna have to let them in. Otherwise, they're going to destroy the ship. Bring them in close and make sure you're in contact with that data port over there. I turned to see what she was talking about. There was a wire that was there. It was an interface cable, something that connects to your EV suits for data acquisition. So I just let you, jack into my system through that? No, it's not that. It's just do what I say. Well, I gotta suit up all over again. How long before they're in? 5 minutes. Fuck. 5 fucking minutes. What am I gonna do? I sat down. I held the bottle of Jameson, popped the top, started chugging. I see some things haven't changed. You still like to drink, huh? Hey, don't judge me. I need this liquid courage right now. Whiskey's my shit. You know that. Yeah, I do. Hurry up. I finished drinking. I felt a little loose. Felt a little bit of the buzz hit me. I put the battle suit back on. Plugged in the data port. Walked over to the hatch. Pressed the access code. The scratching that was there stopped. I opened the door and backed away. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. Yeah, they had 4 legs, if you want to call them legs. They looked more like tentacles. They came in with a rush, quickly, more faster than I thought they could. I sat there, quasi-floating, staring in horror as these things advanced upon me. I waited. Okay, Monica. Whatever you're gonna do. I felt a bolt of electricity shoot through my body. My mind saw things that I'd never seen before. I reached out with my mind, connected with the boarding party. All 4 of them. I was in their minds. They had been sent here. They had been sent by a beam from Earth that had piggybacked and followed Monica's signal. Understanding came to me in a flash. Got it. I reached into their mind, which felt like I was accessing a control panel of a configuration profile or something of control. It was abstract, but my mind made sense of it. I reached down to their breathing and their heart, turned those systems off. They dropped instantly. I shook in the suit, convulsing. I blacked out. When I came back, I could hear humming. Oh, my fucking head hurts. What the hell happened? Well, I have good news and I have better news. Okay, what's the good news? Good news is we'll be able to get out of here. Alright, what's the better news? There's a viable host on their ship. Wait, on their ship? Wait, we have a ship? Yes, that's how we're going to get out of here. I walked over to the door, which was still open, looked outside, and there was a massive ship beckoning. How do we know there's nothing else over there? Oh, there could be, but we'll easily deal with them. But what's more important is there's actually a human body on that ship. There is? Yes. Is it a male or a female? She chuckled in my head. You're funny. It's a female. I know how you are. Oh, well. Okay. Fuck. Let's do this. As we floated across, she outlined a door. As I floated closer to it, I chuckled to myself. Hey, is Sam still in there with you? Yes, she's sharing the thought process with me. She's here, she's distinct, but I'm the one that's controlling things right now. Can I talk to her for a second? Sure. Hey, Sam. Yes? See this? I got to the door. I knocked on it hard. Doom, doom, doom. What are you doing? Well, since it is Halloween, I figure fuck it. It's trick or treat, space style, baby. Sam chuckled. So did Monica. When the door opened, the ones who answered weren't laughing for very long. Alright. That is it. That's the Halloween space story. Let's see. Acid rain, mango made it hotter, raping my gums right now. What's most dangerous? Lycanthropic vampires or vampiric werewolves? That kind of fucking threw me when I was trying to tell that. My brain fucked up on that shit. So anyway, but I got the words in. Telekinesis, liquid courage, whiskey, core meltdown, who could be knocking, their screams still haunt me, medical distress, and just in case. So we got all the words in. So that was great, great, great. And that's going to end our first Halloween episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We do this every Sunday. If you want to be part of the show and you want to contribute your own keywords, make sure you go to streamtalking.com. Usually by Monday there's a new set of questions that are sitting there for you to add your keywords or your phrases to it, and then that's how we end up using them on the show. So next week it's going to be another Halloween one. So if you guys want to put some words in, feel free to do that starting tomorrow. But that's it for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and end. We have a little outro and stuff like that. But I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me on your Sundays. You got a lot of choices to do. And you chose to hang out with me. So I fucking appreciate the shit out of that. And I will see you motherfuckers next time. Thanks.
Thank you for checking out this show. You don't know what it means for Rob. He really enjoys doing these shows and it is a good challenge to keep his brain sharp. We will be creating a new entry on the Stream Talking website which you will see when the podcast goes live, which is usually on Monday morning. Then you can feel free in adding your keyword or phrase anytime you feel like it. Thank you ahead of time for contributing to the show if you do. If you'd like to support the show, you could always buy Rob a shot at the Ko-fi.com website. The address is www.ko-fi.com/RobertRrix. That's it for now. We hope to see you all again next week. As Rob says, same bad time, same bad channel.